Hayes, what you got for me?
Durag Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Tottenham transfer news show. You guys know where it is by now. We talk everything Tottenham transfers, what's going on in the world of football, especially the world of Tottenham. And Palhinha, he may be on his way to Tottenham. We've spoken briefly about this before, but this news seems to be heating up. Sonny may be on his way out of Tottenham with news confirmed regarding LAFC's interest, and Romero seems to be all but confirmed as staying at Tottenham. We're going to get into all of that stuff, but before we do, big up to everyone in the chat, big up to everyone inside. We are, trying to do things bigger, better, all of that stuff now. So look, if you can support, please smash a like on the video. We aim for 75 every stream, but can we get 100 today? Why not? Just please, just tap the like. And there's no way. I big up to my guy Dean. Man said Dean's in the chat, checking in from where he is. Dean, wishing you well. You know what it is. Soon to be back, people. He will soon be back on streams. Make sure you're looking out for that. Sending Dean our love and wishes, best wishes, recovering. But I'll let Dean get into all of that stuff when he returns. But big up to Dean. As he says there, hit the likes on the way in. Big up my guy, Dean, man, for real. But yeah, people, look, man, it's been a different world right now. It's been a different world. Teams are just buying players. I feel like this summer transfer window has just been mad. It's been mad. And for right now, I'm like, what else is going to happen? Today, just today, we saw the breaking news that Isak is not going on the tour. Isak is staying in the UK. So whilst Newcastle are going to be on tour and we're going to be facing them next week in Singapore, Seoul, wherever it is, Isak's not there. Isak, I don't know whether he's upset. I don't know whether he's had some background news or some agent talks that's just not keeping him happy. But something has happened behind closed doors to seem that Isak is not happy. So there's moves going on over that side. There's moves going on. Ekitike just arrived at Liverpool today. Confirmed. He's there in the Liverpool gear. Moves going on over there. Chelsea. Jarrell Hato, personal terms have been agreed. Still going in for Simmons. My number one target. I wanted Simmons. I'm jealous. I'm hurting. So yes, there's a lot going on in the world of transfers, but let me come into the chat. Let me check in with the people then. Let me know what your best. Big up to everyone that came over from the Saeed raid. You know where it is by now. Big up to Saeed and big up to his chat because you guys are real ones. We are on the road to 3. Well, I think we're on the road to 5K to speak above my head, but we're real close to 3K, people. And as you can see, you need to subscribe to chat right now. Yeah, let's get to that 3K and maybe we might take that rule off for a little piece. But I'm trying to get to the goals and I need to push you guys to get to the goals. So subscribe if you're in here and you haven't subscribed already so you can chat, but also so you can show some support. You know what I mean? Big up to MLX TV. Big up to Mustafa. Big up to Ken Gears. Big up to SSSJ, my guy, the Super Saiyan G, who just come in with the super chat. Big up Durag Louise. That one runs. I can't lie. I do like that one. I do like Durag Louise is funny. Durag Louise is funny. Son out, Garnacho in. Keep Shirley Carr away from our club, please. Are you Mustafa? Mustafa? Are you asking me that question? There's no way you're asking me that question. There's no way you're asking me that question. But road to 5K is on. The road to 5K is on. Real close. Real close. No to Ali Hindrance. Bag Rodrygo. All right. So you know what? I'm I'm gonna break some hearts straight away, innit? I'm gonna break some hearts straight away, like we do early on in the stream. Unfortunately, Kengiz, I do believe you. Let's leave the Ali hindrance in behind. Let's leave him out of Spurs. But I did see this report today that come out from Plettenberg, Florian Plettenberg, who had said that Rodrygo is not a target for Tottenham. Rodrygo will not be coming Tottenham, and Tottenham do not see him as a primary target at this moment in time. It's probably due to it just not being realistic, to be honest. But I'm sorry I have to break you guys' hearts nice and early. I'm so sorry. But yes, it doesn't seem like Rodrygo is going to be coming to Tottenham. It doesn't seem like that is the case, people. I know I got gassed for a moment. I was getting gassed. I was starting to think about it. I was already starting to plan. I was already thinking of what number am I going to get on the back of the shirt. I was already thinking, bro, where do I need to sit to see the Joker Benito in person? Is it the east stand, the west stand? Like, is it going to be left side, right side? Like, I need to know. I was already making plans, but it looks like it's not happening. So we're just going to have to leave that one in the past, people. Good morning to Karma. I hope you're well. Big up to my guy, Elijah. In fact, Elijah, if you're around, I'll send you the link. You could jump in. We could do this show. So let me know. Also, I wouldn't mind flaming up Elijah and his mad hairline, bro. Man, like Sideshow Bob. Yeah? BSB, bruv. Black Sideshow Bob, yeah? All right, say less. Link's going over to E right now. Link's going over. Don't worry, people. The Black Sideshow Bob's going to show some face. He's going to show some face. Stay away from our baller Rodrygo. Yeah, KJ, it's more than likely that he ends up at your team, if anything. Morgan Freeman from Forest, bro, is still locked up. He's locked up. They won't let him out. They won't let him out. He's locked up. Aye, free MGW, man. Free MGW. Get him out of the shackles of Marinakis, bruv. Marinakis is putting this guy away, and it's unfair. It's unfair, bro. Like, why are you doing this to my guy? Like, give him some freedom. Give him some freedom. Let me get back to comments because I don't know where this went. Everything just disappeared and it's just skipped ahead. You already know. It might be Garnacho. Justin likes him. Are you talking about Justin Cochran? I haven't heard that, but I'm all for Kobe and Garnacho double swoop. Do you know that's going to be up to 100 million, SSJ? You're talking about an 80 to 90 million swoop for two players that... Nah, man. Two players that don't start for Man United? Nah, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Watkins and United, yeah, that's one that could be happening. We need to... Bro, we need to hijack this still. So I'm hearing Spurs want a left winger. We want someone that can play off the left-hand side. Xavi Simons is that guy. If you want him to play off the left-hand side, or you play Kudus off the left and you put him on the right... Like... Get me Simmons, and you've got Kudus, Simmons, Kulusevski, Maddison, who can all just rotate in those forward positions. All of them could just rotate you in the 10, the left, the right, however you want to set it up. They can all rotate and be a part of the role. So, yeah, I need to see that. Big up to my guy Jay Spurs, always in here. That's a real one. Big up Jords in the chat. Jords, I cannot lie. Palhinha is not it. He started a single-digit games in all comps last season. I'm not hearing he was injured because he was available for 38 games last year. So the problem is that he just wasn't liked at Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich didn't appreciate his profile enough. And that's why, to be fair, it's funny because yesterday I was trying to look up data. I was trying to look up data for Palhinha's last season. And when I was looking up, I couldn't get no data MB for last year because there really wasn't enough data for them to even use. So it makes sense, but they never used him correctly. They brought him in, and he wasn't appreciated to be used the way he was used. For Bayern Munich, he's an absolute ball destroyer. He breaks down the play, he moves it on, breaks it down, moves it on. He's not someone who's a deep line playmaker. So for what Bayern Munich need in their system, in their team, he doesn't suit it. For Company as well, Company wants a deep line playmaker, someone who's going to pick up the ball, turn, shift, play a long pass there, play a long pass there. He doesn't do that. So I don't think it's fair to say because he played single-digit games in all competitions last year, that's why Spurs want him. Or that's why we shouldn't get him, sorry. Because when you actually look at it the other way, is he's Premier League proven. When he was in the Premier League and he was playing for Fulham, for the 2 seasons he was there, he played 30 plus games and he started nearly every other game that he was. Yeah, he got a lot of yellow cards. That's the one thing. He used double-digit yellow cards every year. But that's the type of player he is. He just breaks down the play. He's going to give away a lot of fouls. But you need those players in your team. You need those forgive my language, we need those cunts like Jose Mourinho said in the team. You need them to be in and around the squad. MDW and Rodrygo both. I'm praying. Can we get Grealish on loan or something? Yeah, man. Breaking news: water is wet. Elijah with some rubbish. And on that note, people, yeah, the black sideshow Bob decided to show his face. Hey, yo, where's the Afro? He ain't looking like Sideshow Bob today. He's got the perm. He's got the perm in. What's going on, my bro? How you been?
You know, I don't like this. Oh, he's just talking rubbish, fam. I allow that, bro. Every time I comment to me, he's just talking shit, bro.
That's exactly where it's at now. That's exactly where you're at.
That was in response to Rodrygo, fam. That was because of the Rodrygo shit. What are you saying, though? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm all right, bro. What are you saying, man? How you been?
I'm chilling, man. I've just been working bare, bro. Like, the last couple of weeks, there's just been hella overtime, so I've pretty much been working almost every day. So yeah,
me, bro. It's that summer season. Got to get the work in, bro. Got to get the work in. But what are you saying on transfers right now? I don't know if you see. In fact, let me share the screen and get this up because this will probably be the first news and the best news to really go through that was released today regarding the situation of Heung-min's son. And pretty much it has been confirmed. Spurs have... is it not presenting? Present, share screen. There we go. Tottenham have received an offer from Los Angeles FC for Son Heung-min. Son's situation is unlikely to be resolved until after the club's pre-season tour, in large part because of the key player clause in their summer trip to South Korea. So for those of you who don't know, we have a clause in our game for our pre-season tour that he has to play in like 75% of the games, in order 75% of the matches in order for us to get the full money. So Sonny's staying at Spurs for at least another 2 weeks before he does move on. But LAFC are heavily involved, and some of the news that I have heard is that Spurs want up to around 20 to 25 million for the player. They're willing to accept a fee of that, but if it's Saudi Arabia, apparently you want some more money. So what do you think of Sonny leaving Spurs? And I suppose, obviously, this clause that's delaying us even selling him.
I mean, I'm not surprised there's a clause for South Korea, bro. Hey, let's be real, fam. Hey, if he's not here when we go to South Korea, let's just say the stadium won't be as filled, innit? You know the one. So, but in terms of selling Son, we need to, innit? Like, one of the problems we have at the club is the positions in which we have a lot of depth. We don't have the quality to match. Like, a lot of our quality are in positions that are light. You know, like our fullbacks are good fullbacks, but we don't have many. You know what I'm saying? Our attacking midfielders are good, but we don't have many. You know what I'm saying? Our right winger is now good, but we don't have another right winger, really. So the problem is in that holding midfielder spot, in that left wing spot, we got a lot of players, but not much quality. So being able to offload Son, who's not what he used to be, if he does want to leave, then we should sell him. And then hopefully we'll be able to actually be able to fill out the rest of the roster with an actual player and an actual position that we need in the quality. Like if we go get a fullback, or if we get like a Palhinha or something, or if we go for like Xavi Simons, I heard you say, like that's another player who actually improves the depth and quality. So as long as we spend the money right, then it's worth it. But yeah, honestly, Son in it, he should go anyway. So it is what it is. Yeah,
like Sonny is. I think Sonny wants to go. I think for me, I look here and I'm like, he's always been very keen on wanting to win a trophy. Remember, he always said in all his interviews, I want to win something with Tottenham. I won't leave. I want to win something. I want to win something. I want to win something. So with him finally doing that, this is the fight. This is a storybook ending. It's literally the perfect ending, happy ending, you know, nursery, like Disney ending type of thing. Like there's nothing more for him to achieve at Tottenham. If he stays another year, he's probably going to be hurting his legacy more than anything because you're going to have another season of people just watching Sonny where he's not at his best. And I think far too often we see players, and not even just in football, but, you know, boxing and UFC and all these other sports, like people go past their prime and continue to just play at old, trying to get the bag, but then you ruin your whole legacy. Look at Mike Tyson getting beat up by Jake Paul. Bro, everyone's looking at Mike Tyson funny now. You're looking at him like, bro, I ain't scared of this guy. Before, you wouldn't even talk shit to him. Bro got moved to by a YouTuber, fam. I ain't scared of this nigga no more. Like, what's this? This is how it is. So for Sonny, it's like, don't go down bad. Don't go outside. Go and live your life. Go to America, MLS. You see what Suarez, Messi, and all these men are having fun over there. They're just playing football, moving to players. And also, he can go to a team where Lloris is going to be there. That's literally his friend, the guy that he's captained with for 5 years. So I could definitely see this happening. I think it's probably a deal that both Spurs and Sonny will probably want to make happen. But it's one of those ones where we just need to wait for it to all play out by itself. And I do think it's going to be a deal that has happened. I just see this stuff from Fabrizio Romano about Xavi Simons to say Chelsea and RB like to continue direct club-to-club talks. Leipzig aware of Xavi being open to a move and tempted by Chelsea. Bayern have made calls to be informed on this, but Chelsea clear favourites already in talks with the players and green light. Chelsea seems to be clear favourites for every player that they go in for, and it's just dark. So Tottenham are definitely going to have to start looking elsewhere. The Rodrygo stuff was shut down pretty much within 24 hours. So we had a little bit of fun, you know, made a video on it, but it was shut down straight away. So we couldn't do that. Martin Lunds, you keep asking me, where's Eze? Where's Eze? Where's Eze? I think Eze is probably going to end up at Arsenal. And right now, like, I'm of the thought that I don't even want Eze. Like, we signed Kudus. I don't need Eze no more. He's gonna come in and do a very similar job. If we're gonna get a player, bring me someone different. But yeah, look, do you still want Eze? How are you? Where are you at with this?
Nah, Eze is not. He's not a left winger anyway. Like we don't need attacking mids like that. We do need one, but I don't know. I don't think Eze comes in and he obviously he'll improve what we can do in terms of rotation, but. Nah, you know what it is? When you get mentioned a player so much, it's like you can't be Arsenal more. It's like the Gibbs White thing. It's like it's been mentioned every day for like what 2 weeks or so? It feels like 2 weeks, and it's like, bro, at this point I can't be asked. You know what I'm saying?
So it's literally been 2 weeks. It's been, I remember, because the news broke on the 9th.
There you go. So
9th
yeah, it's like I think Eze will just stay at Crystal Palace. To be honest, I just think he'll stay at Palace.
He's our baller. We can't allow that, bro. I hear what you're saying, innit? For 2 years. I've been one of Eze's biggest fans, been watching him closely, and I'll be like, bro, bring me Eze to Tottenham. But after having this saga play out for so long, and then the news go quiet on him, and it's like, no more, we're not going to go for Eze no more. I've just accepted, and I was like, cool, let's move on. I don't even want the player myself. Like he said, we've been talking to this player, wanting this player for so long. It's like, bro, I'm tired of hearing about Eze and Tottenham. I'm generally tired of talking about Eze, what his attributes are, where he's good, how he... literally done it for so long. Even this Morgan Gibbs White stuff, like, I just need to see him in a Spurs shirt. I just need to see him in a Spurs shirt because look, we're 2 weeks later, nothing's moved forward from this deal. The deal's been stalled. What the news that's been coming out is that, you know, Marinakis and Nottingham Forest are trying to push other teams to get involved in this, and they will accept the similar bid for what Tottenham already done, but they just don't want to deal with Tottenham. It's even gotten so far as to say that Tottenham and Nottingham Forest will have not spoken directly for a while. All the talks have been done through intermediaries and agents and so on. So Spurs will speak to the agency will speak to the Nottingham Forest, and so on and so forth. So it's all this third-party stuff. And some of the talks have been that, you know, Spurs are willing to offer to pay a little bit more money to get the deal done, but they're just not trying to hear it. So it's just like, bro, this is all just headache over one player. And two players, it's just like, bro, it's stalling the whole window. We're stalling the whole window right now. And now we're just looking at like outgoings, and we do need to focus on some outgoings. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like that's also being delayed because we've obviously just got the preseason tour coming up. We've got 2 friendlies to play on the weekend. I think those friendlies will probably help clarify a bit more to Frank who's going to be coming on the tour, who's not going to be coming on the tour, and who can stay. But what do you think is happening right now? Where do you think the biggest problem for Spurs, and as to why we've not moving in the window? Do you think it is the players that we can't get rid of, the sales, or do you think the Gibbs White deal is too much focus over there?
Well, Levy said himself like a couple of days ago at this point, we need to sell to buy. So that's the reason right there. He said we can't spend what we don't have. Like, if Mr. Rulon was here, bro, he would say it as well, fam. But that's what Levy said, like in the last day or two. We have to sell to buy. We can't spend what we don't have. And I genuinely think that either the money's tied up with the Gibbs White, like they haven't given up on Gibbs White. So they're probably trying to move on the fact that they've committed 60, 70 million to Gibbs White already. So under that pretense, they don't have money to spend unless we sell, which I understand. But at the same time, the longer we wait for Gibbs White, if it doesn't happen, then we'll be scrambling like we always do at the end of the transfer window to try and then we'll end up overpaying for some player who ain't worth nothing, really. So at that point, I'm just saying, I'm just under the mindset of Bun Gibbs White. Like, he's a good player, but we can get other good players. Like, we don't have to keep waiting this long. Like, I know we get banned, but we are Tottenham. We can still go and get another good player or another two good players. Like, Palhinha is only like 25 mil. We can get him and a fullback for the same amount of money as Gibbs White and then just sort that whole situation up. Or we can go and try and get Baleba or something, who might cost a little bit more. But if you're willing to pay like 70 million for Gibbs White,
a little bit. Oh, you mean instead of Gibbs White? Fairs. I thought you were talking about
instead of Gibbs White.
Yeah.
Oh no, instead of Gibbs White. So if Gibbs White is like, if we're willing to pay like 70 million for Gibbs White, how much more would Baleba cost? Past 70 mil, it won't be that much more. So I understand the premise.
Yeah, you're right.
It won't be crazy amount more. So if we have to sell, we have to sell. Like, obviously, Basuma's got to go. He's the one gathering the most interest, at least from what I've seen. Because Benton caused 2 injury prone. I don't think he's getting any links. Archie Gray, he's basically not going to get sold. Bergvall is no way we're selling Bergvall for any reason. And yeah, so it's just Basuma. Basuma's the one that has to go, and then we have to try and get some sort of money. But yeah, I think it's just they're operating on the fact that they want Gibbs White, so they ain't got no money to sign no one else.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know what it is? Because the Gibbs White deal was a hefty fee up front, innit? And it's one of those ones like Spurs. You know how we move. We're not gonna do the multiple thing pile on and then not have no guaranteed sales going out the door. And like what you said there, João Palhinha, I've just seen this report coming out from Bayern Munich, pretty much confirming what you've said there, is that Tottenham are working hard on a deal to sign João Palhinha. Sources believe there's a strong possibility that Spurs will be able to reach an agreement for Palhinha, but they may need to sell one of their existing players first. So pretty much what you've said there, Spurs need to sell someone in order to buy João Palhinha, if we are to buy him. But I've heard rumors that Spurs want to do a loan, and with us having such a good relationship with Bayern Munich, I could imagine this being a loan with an option, loan with an obligation or something. And this deal is probably one that gets pushed through due to the structure of the deal, but still probably going to be a bit slower than what's needed. But I think the good thing with all the moves that have been made in the transfer window, I don't know how you feel about it, is that we've got Premier League proven players. All of the 3 players we've signed, in Kudus, MGW, and Palhinha, are all players that have had extensive years within the Premier League. So there's no adaptation period. There's no, when they come in Spurs, they're not going to perform at a similar level, or they have to come in and figure things out. It's signing players that have a proven quality and have a given quality that Frank can already work with. Do you think that's important to keep doing, or you have the thought that, bro, like Premier League proven or not, like just take the risk on a player? Because I know obviously you like taking risks, but where are you at with that?
You know, it's only the only reason I'm hesitant on Premier League players is just because of the extra money we have to pay in it. Like, for example, Palhinha was making like top 5 DM conversations at Fulham. You know what I'm saying? So we know the quality that he has, and because he's at Bayern now, we don't have to pay that Premier League tax, but we know he's a proven player. So it's one of the ones where, yeah, I'm more into taking risks. But as we even saw with the Kudus deal, we managed to get it down about 15 million. So that was still some good business moves by Levy. And when it comes to Gibbs White, at this point, Bud Gibbs White, and I'd rather just get someone else. But obviously being proven in the Premier League is something that's worth the extra money. It's just when you're Daniel Levy, and when your owners are Daniel Levy and Lange and Lewis and them, man, bro, you got a penny pinch, man. You got to operate under the penny pinch, because you know they're going to be saving 5 mil here, 10 mil there. And is it going to be invested into the players or invested into the squad? I don't think so, innit? So, you know, I just look at the budget we have and I'm like, you know what, we could do with players like Kudus and players like X and Y and Gibbs Y and all these players. But it's like, I want to just try and, in a way, bro, I'm basically just leaning into the Levy model. I'm trying to just get as good a quality of player for as little money as possible, innit? That's the way I look at
I
it.
big up to Jay, man. No, the beef ain't settled. The beef ain't settled, but it's just paused for the moment. It's just paused. It's paused for the moment. After the show, when I'm in E's chat, it continues. How about that? It continues. But we got some football to talk about.
Spurs
Right
comes first, isn't it? Spurs comes first.
Yeah. Spurs comes first. We just had to pause this for the moment. But no, yeah, you are right there. I think it helps that we're going for a Premier League proven player that's now at Bayern, so then we're getting him on the cheap rather than paying the premium that we would have had to pay if we went to Fulham, because they were quoting 50, 60 millions just a year ago. And now he's available for quarter of the price, literally 25 million euros, not even pounds they want for him. So we can bring this player in for pennies, and it looks like an easy deal to get done. But there is some questions, obviously, regarding his age and so on. I am of the thought that Spurs have needed experience into our team for a while. I feel like we've lacked some older figureheads into the team. I think Romero and Vicario are like our senior players. Ben Davies, for example. But like, to me, they're not actually senior figures or players that you look at to actually lead you in the dressing room. So I don't know if João Palhinha is that type, because obviously I don't know what he's like in the dressing room and so on. But I hope that he can bring some of that experience that he would held at Fulham, at Bayern Munich, come to Tottenham and, lead the group. Because I feel like since Højbjerg left, and I was even saw someone sending into a group chat of Højbjerg going mad at the Marseille people in the change room. I don't feel like we've had a character like Højbjerg. I feel like we miss his influence in the dressing room constantly. I remember, even when Højbjerg didn't have a best game, he would be the first person to turn up at an interview and say sorry to the fans, actually take some acknowledgement for the poor performances and be like, do you know what? We're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to get better. Yeah, it didn't get better, but you could actually see, I've seen it like behind us, he gets onto the players. You can see he's going to be a top manager one day, but we need someone of that ilk in our team right now who can bring that passion, but also that energy to the squad and like the experience needed. So hopefully João Palhinha could be that guy. But speaking of Romero, it does seem like Romero is all but confirmed to stay at Tottenham now, because I don't know if people have seen, but Atletico Madrid have moved on and just made they hijacked a deal for David Hanko, who's going to be on his way to like Al Hilal or someone in Saudi Arabia. So they've got a new centre back, and they've got him for half the price what we was quoting Romero for. So they've signed their centre back. I don't think that he's going to be going to any other club apart from that of what was Atletico Madrid. So do you think, I mean, are you happy about Romero staying? Did you want to see another defender come in? Where are you at with that situation?
You know, it is like, obviously Romero is our best defender, isn't it? The only, like, I'm happy, but I'm also disappointed only just because of the money aspect. Because like, we did salute to Eugene, but like, as a player wise, we know how good Romero is, and like it goes without saying, innit? Like he's our best defender. The only thing is the money wise of it, because we already knew it was going to be a struggle to sell players, just because of like how our players have like regressed, or they look like they've regressed. So the idea of at least having some guaranteed money that was going, whether it's 60 million, whether it was 65, whether it was 55, whatever it was, just being able to have around 60 million that we knew was gonna like get offloaded and we'd have some money to come in, probably would have helped with the signing of other players. But because he's staying now and we already have all these damn centre backs, it's like, yes, of course he's the best one out of all of them and he does have the quality. Only problem is that now the quality in other areas that we actually need it in will suffer because of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy that he's staying though in terms of the quality of him.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? It's like, in terms of, I was of the same thought. Like, I've always been a massive fan of Romero. Like, just the way he is. I like aggressive centre backs. I like sometimes he gives a foul. We need that. You need someone who's just gonna take the risk for the team. Sometimes he overdoes it, cool, but that's just part and parcel of what you get with him. You have to take the good with the bad. But I'm also of the thought that if we did sell him, he could have been the one player to bring in a lot of funds where we could reuse those funds and allocate those to other positions. But replacing Romero would have been just as hard, as in getting a quality centre back who can perform across, a long period. It's hard. It's hard. Now, I have been filled with a little bit more confidence regarding our backline situation, having seen more of Viskovic. And I saw Viskovic, and it's mad, Elijah, because I made a short like 3-4 months ago. I promise you, it's been blowing up the last 2 weeks because people have started to see Vuskovic. And I was like, the short was Vuskovic is a real deal. But now it's like, oh, everyone's searching Vuskovic and they're now starting to see the short and shit. But he looks serious. Like, bro,
he does.
He at first, when you hear the hype and I see these little clips of him at other teams, it's like, even Berger, I don't take it serious when he's playing for Hajduk Split or he's playing for SV Westerlo. I don't take it serious. The league's not good. But when I saw him in the preseason, I'm seeing him in training. One, he looks like a physical specimen, bro. 17, 18, he's built. Like, he's huge. And then the goal, the assist, when I see him in the Reading game, I was like, yo, in the air, we haven't got a defender that can arrogantly dominate. He showed that really quickly. Like, in the air, bro, there's no problem. Man wins headers, bro. Like, man been knowing he's a goal scorer. And, he was one of the top goal scorers in under 21s in world football last year. But when I see that finish, the left foot into the bottom corner, I was like, yo, are we actually got a generational talent on our hands at the back? Maybe the second coming of Ledley King. What are you saying, Like,
hey, Mandem was saying he should start over Solanke and that, bro. I hear it, fam.
I was actually Solanke bury a goal like that, not for Tottenham. I actually haven't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, look, maybe he might just be better than Solanke up top. I hear it though, but nah, he's good, bro. He's good. He's definitely good. And he's like, I hear that always Reading and all that is his first game. I hear those things in it, but like, bro, you think Barca fans were saying, oh, it was this when it was your mouth, fam? You know what I'm saying? I'm being shameless. Yeah. I know I'm being shameless, but when you can just look at a player and be like, yo, he might actually be something right there. The only thing is, I just hope he doesn't have an injury-filled career, bro. I hope so. Because obviously, like extremely tall players can get injured very easily, innit? You know what I'm saying? Especially because he actually looks decently agile for his size. It's not like Van der Ven where he'll turn next season. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying? He actually looks decently agile. So we know like some people that have the best gifts also have like the worst when it comes to injury record, and we've seen it all the time. So I'm just hoping like from early we don't like overplay him, or we don't like push him too far in like training or in conditioning or something like that. Because injury free, he could actually be a very, very good centre back, fam. So, but he's cold.
He looks like he's got all the minerals to be like his ball playing looks pretty good. He looks to be a strong in the tackle. I would say he's pretty agile for a guy that's 6'3", still growing. He could be 6'4" eventually. Like he looks pretty agile, but he's built. He actually looks like he's got some size in him. He's not one of these skinny like Van der Ven. I think it's fair to say he's fairly skinny and tall. Like he probably hasn't got that physical strength. And we saw that when he got bodied by Isak that one time when he was face first, like start. But Vuskovic don't look like that. He actually looks like he's built. He actually looks like he's been ready to play Premier League football for a while. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, because I heard rumors Vuskovic go back on loan. He definitely won't go on loan. From what I've seen of him, I don't think he goes on loan. I think he'll be ahead of Takai in the lineup for the running of centre backs. And I think for the moment, especially until Dragusin comes back, he'll be ahead of Dragusin. So I believe Romero, Van der Ven, Danso, and Vuskovic as the backup. Because I've heard Ben Davies is another one that could be on the way out, and there has been some talks with some MLS clubs. Because obviously we signed him for another 1 year extension, but I think that was so Spurs could get some money from the deal, even if whether it's a couple million. That one. But Eugene, you asked a question here: what's happened to the Pigeon deal? I actually don't know. Have you seen anything, Elijah, regarding Richarlison?
Selling Richarlison is going to be really difficult because it's World Cup next year. And like Richarlison, even because there were links years ago, like a couple years after we signed him, but because he was fighting for Brazil, I think it was 2022, but that World Cup. But because again he was fighting to be in that World Cup squad, he didn't want to downgrade clubs, because like we've seen players downgrade clubs and then they could be playing well, but because they're not at a certain caliber of club, they're not considered. And recently it happened with Bergwijn, where he went to Saudi and the manager of the Dutch team was like, yeah, you went to Saudi, you're not playing for the Dutch squad no more, type shit. So I think for Richarlison, the biggest links have been Saudi. And it's like a lot of players, when you go to Saudi, the only one I can really think of is Kante, where like you're certain caliber of player, you go to Saudi and you still end up in the French team. You know what I'm saying? So, and things with Richarlison, like the Brazilian strikers are just better than they were 4 years ago. Like it was just him and Gabriel Jesus 4 years ago. Now you've got like João Pedro, and you've got players like you got Evan Nilsson, even someone like that. So the competition is higher, And I don't see him leaving until maybe next year after the World Cup, because he needs to be at a caliber of team to where that
Thing
will
is,
automatically get him there.
I don't think Spurs are going to give him the opportunities. Like, I think from what I've known is that Spurs have wanted, like, Richarlison's been on the chopping block for a while. He's been on the transfer list. We've invested too much money into a player that doesn't play enough, and nor does he give us enough back commercially. So I know he's been on the chopping block for a while, but like you said there, one of the biggest problems is him. He's come out numerous times. I remember last year when he shut down the Saudi room and said, I'm going nowhere. I love Tottenham. I want to stay at Tottenham and all this rubbish. Like all the typical Brazilians do. They leech off of us, like Sandro, Lucas. They leech off of us, these Brazilians, you know. They get here and they're like, I'm going nowhere.
At least Lucas was worth it, though. But
Lucas was worth it in a way because he had that goal and stuff. But, you know, Lucas actually, 100% effort. The ability wasn't there, but 100% effort, you can't really give it. But Richarlison is just like, bro, my eyes hurt watching Richarlison play football. Like, when I mean pigeon, he's a pigeon running for bread. Like, that is it. Like, you throw some bread, he's at that ball, running around. His first touch, horrible, can't ever control the ball. In front of goal, I've never seen him do once actually against Everton. And funny, it was against Everton where he buried a good goal from outside the box. But apart from that, all his finishes for Tottenham have been poor. I just can't see how he adds into a Thomas Frank team. Now, I know Thomas Frank, there's some interview from when he was at Brentford where he talks about Richarlison. He thinks Richarlison's a good player. But I think at the moment, with us especially playing these two friendlies, Richarlison's probably going to be one of the players that he looks at and just be like, bro, this ain't it. This ain't it. I need
weird,
some
bro.
on my left-hand side.
It's like people online love Richarlison, though. This is where it's like, I'm so confused, because it's like I thought Maddison was one of the more like seesaw players in terms of opinion, but it's actually Richarlison, because there's so many people online who swear up and down by Richarlison, and it's like, I understand we've got him and Solanke, but it's like, come on, like, just being in a good position doesn't necessarily make you a good striker, because if you don't fucking score, bro, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? And we got two players who can find themselves in good positions, but then don't score. And we're looking at you like, bro, you're meant to score these, bro. So it's like, yeah, people are like, oh, but he had this many chances and this. And it's like, yeah, but how many goals did he get?
It's funny because I reposted something recently. I was trolling, innit? But there was like a GA stat of like goals per game across the last 2 seasons. And Richarlison's like 0.9. It's one of the highest in the Premier League out of all strikers. Yeah. Because, you know, he never starts. So his goals per start, he never starts. And when he does play, he'll get a quick goal, like a random goal. He will start, get a goal, and don't play, then get a goal. And even with that, like, Richarlison has his cult online because he's just, I think he's one of those players. They're a bit captivating. They come on, they're pure passion, like Lamella. I was part of the Lamella cult when he was a Spurs player. Like, Lamella was always injured, never really performed to the levels. But whenever you watched him play, there was always just something about Lamella that would get you off your feet, whether it was him being aggressive, rash, he's beating a player with a little skill. He's got the little... I think Richarlison just has that. When he comes on the pitch, you can never question how hard he's playing for the team. Like, he works harder than anyone else. So I feel like he has that, like, cult, that love, that those work hard fans, those, oh, we need players that are going to run hard for the team. That they love a Richie, but I think I'm past players of, you know, all effort, no quality. I'm past that. I feel like Spurs we've had too many players like that in the past 4 or 5 years. We've been missing players of top quality level where they can dribble. They actually look good technical footballers. And going into the season with Frank, I feel like that's what we need. We need a lot of good technically sound footballers. So I don't think Richie is that guy. Ghosted here. Richie's biggest downfall is his injuries. He never really got the chance to get going. I'd personally sell both Richie and Solanke and replace them with Bagsman. I mean, I think selling 2 strikers and trying to sign 2 strikers in one window would be very risky, but Richarlison looks like the replacement for Richarlison looks like it could be a player like Vissa. So we're gonna have to see, man. But yeah, if you're past him now, if you ask, man, oh yeah, we're definitely past his level. Sometimes you need players to get you up to a certain level, and then you move on. Yeah, literally what Catch says there, because it's similar to what Arsenal done with Gabby Jesus. They brought him in, gave him a little step up, but then he already after like a year, he was no longer at the level required. So we definitely need him. What's this say, J Spurs? They love a lawnmower on the pitch. Don't kill me. Mr. Udan coming with recent news. Harvey Elliott at Liverpool is on the list of potentials, probably the alternative to replace to Morgan Gibbs White, I guess. I don't need an I guess from Paul O'Keefe. I need a guarantee or not. Paul O'Keefe, I can't lie, he's started to be a bit stinky this window. Paul O'Keefe has started to be, even January, he's starting to be a bit stinky.
Paul O'Keefe in that, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's because, you know, some people have left and he's not happy about it, but he's starting to be, he just says things now. He seems like he's just saying things for the sake of it. Like, I guess. What do you mean?
They're nowhere near same type of player, though.
They're completely different players. Harvey Elliott is more of like an alternative to Xavi Simons type of thing. Like, he plays in the cam, he plays on the left wing, he plays on the right. Like, he's a forward line player. He don't play in the 8. Paul O'Keefe, bro, yeah, for real, he's been stinky. He's definitely been stinking for a while, man. I'll be honest, I've stopped reading his tweets, taking him in like that. He was Iron Gin. That would explain a lot. That would explain a lot if that was the case. Yeah, nah, definitely some good targets. But who else do you think we need to get out the door then? What's happening with the sales? I mean, who else would you sell? Who's at the top of your list? Obviously, Basuma. How could I forget Mr. Balloon Dior himself? Been hearing that he's been told since January or since even last year that, again, like Richarlison, he's on the chopping block, that Spurs want to sell him and that he needs to prepare for a sell, you know, go to speak to other clubs. But since Thomas Frank's come back in, it's like of the sort of, he's trying to prove himself to Frank. He wants that extra opportunity to try and, I want to be back, you know, off the European, off us winning Europa League. We've got that Champions League football. I think it's a lot of players are now trying to do that. I want to impress Frank again, but bro, we've seen enough of you. Like, I'm tired of this player. He needs to go. Who else do you think needs to be sold away from the Basuma, Richarlison, and some?
I can't lie. Bentancur needs to go, fam. It's just the injuries. It's just the injuries. That's the problem, innit? Like, quality wise, it's ludicrous me saying that, but it's just he's never here, bro. Man got suspended for being too loose-lipped, came back and then got injured. And then he came back and got concussed. Then he came back and got injured again. It's like, bro, he's just always injured, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if he was just more available, I'm cool with players getting injured maybe like once a year or once a season or something. So Archie Gray's crazy. And I don't think he's good enough, but we can't sell him regardless, innit? But yeah, it's one of the ones where like Bentancur, quality-wise, I'm cool with him getting injured once or twice a year in it, but like, not only were you suspended, you got injured about 3 or 4 times. And it's like, at that point, he's got to go, innit? I didn't want Tell here. I wish we could sell Tell, but we can't. You know what I'm saying?
Are you actually not willing to give Tell a chance? Like, you saw enough of him in those 3 or 4 months to think that he's definitely not good enough.
I don't think so. I can't. You know what it is, right? Obviously, Tell can improve, innit? Like, because he's only 19. But like, there's some players where it's like they just come in and I just don't get a good feeling about him, and he's one of them. Like when Kinski came in, I didn't have a good feeling about him, innit? And then lo and behold, he just made mistake after mistake. Now, to be fair, it's not like my feelings are 100% correct because I had the same feeling about Bergvall and he turned out way better. So it's not like I have the fucking premonitions because I don't. And Tell could end up being a very good player, but in terms of what we need, I wouldn't have signed him, especially after signing Kudus, who plays basically almost the same to Tell. Obviously, he's levels above, but I'm just talking about in profile. They play similar, and then you have a striker up top who can't score, fam. So I would have rather bought like a touchline creative winger, at least on the left, because what Kudus does is Kudus likes to cut in a lot.
Yeah.
So for me, I would if Kudus cuts in a lot and then Tell cuts in a lot, then you have a striker who can't fucking score. That's just a recipe for disaster. But obviously, I was operating under the fact also that Solanke is a good player. And it's like, Solanke, the more I see this guy, bro, he looks shit. The more I see him. And the thing is, unfortunate because like I really believe the Solanke in it. But I'm just seeing some of the first touches he has, you know what I'm saying, his aggression, like all of it is just lacking in this preseason. And I hope he can play out of it. But me personally, I'd start Odegaard over Tell just because he's more of a touchline winger. Not even because, like, if you want to say one's better or the other, they're at the same kind of level. But for me, I like what Odegaard offers more than Tell. But we can't sell Tell. So Yeah, and then
I think
Manuel
it's fair.
Solomon obviously just for the
Odegaard
domestic
is,
side.
yeah, no, for me, Odegaard therefore offers more than Tell at the moment, but I don't think it hurts to have both of them in the team, both of them in the lineups, because it's just different options. Like I see SB said here, Tell stinks. You man could have signed way better. How much was he again? Tell was only a £33.5 million signing or something like that. 35
Plus
million.
the
Let's
loan
just
fee.
round it up. It's not that much money, man. It's really not. £35 million for a young player. And for a lot of people tried to make it seem like Tell was a highly touted young player. Like in January, nearly every club in Europe was on alert when Tell was made to be available. So it's not like just Spurs were in for him. Chelsea wanted him, Man United wanted him, Aston Villa wanted. There was bare clubs that were lined up waiting to get Tell. So he's clearly a highly touted youngster at that point. So £30 million for that is really not that much. Now, if he doesn't actually improve over the next year or two, then we're going to be looking at ourselves and we're going to be the idiots, isn't it? Because we paid loads of money for a player that's done nothing. But it's his first exposure in the Premier League. He got a few goals. He looked decent at times. I think he was played out of position, and also he's just played in a horrible system, man. Let's be real. Let's be honest now. The Ange system, especially the last 3 months of the Ange system, was the worst kind of what we've seen. Like it was just chop and change. The players never really looked comfortable in it. The instructions were very different, game in, game out. So I don't feel like you can put that on him. I feel like you've just got to look at all the variables that were the reasons as to why he didn't perform last year. But back to the players that need to be sold. Shout out to Spurs Nepal because they put quite a few players in here, and it's probably the right ones. I think Son, Richie, Solomon. Someone asked in chat, is Solomon still a Spurs player? Yes, Solomon's still a Spurs player, but he's on the chopping block at the moment. He's not been involved in any games as far as I'm concerned, and I suppose a lot of people want him gone because of politics and stuff as well. So it's just, I think Spurs will probably look to move Solomon on just to save face. Davies, again, we've heard that he's in talks to potentially go to an MLS club, but that one's probably going to be a slowly heating one across the window because I think it's up to Davies where he wants to go. Spurs will accept any fee for him at that point. Basuma, yeah, just spoke about him. Bentancur, I can't lie. I don't think we should sell Bentancur. I think Bentancur was such a risk-free, it was a risk-free signing because we spent like £16 million on him. He's like one of those players who not on a high wage. I don't feel like he's gonna command, be like, I need to play game time. He's pretty comfortable with his position in the squad. I think you keep Bentancur around even until his contract runs out. People are saying if he doesn't sign a new contract, if we sell Bentancur, we're not going to get more than what we paid for him. And if we're going to sell him to get 12 million, what's the point? You might as well just keep him at that point, especially sell him or just let him go for free in 2 years.
I just think it's because we have a lot of people at that position already, especially if we're going to look to add Palhinha. We already have a lot of players at that position. Like if we sell, let's say we sell Basuma and Bentancur, like we still have Bergval in terms of like the 6 to 8 kind of role. We still have Bergval, we still have Archie, we'd have Palhinha if we get him in. That's already free. And the thing is with and I'm missing a couple, but I'm missing Sarr as well. That before Sarr's someone who could go in instead of Bentancur as well. So like 2 of those 3 we could sell, Sarr, Basuma, Bentancur. I don't know if Sarr counts as like homegrown or like club trained or one of them 2. He might count as one of them.
Yeah, he does. One of them.
If he does, then he's more valuable than Basuma and at this point Bentancur. He's more valuable than both of them. But I just want to see 2 of those 3 sold because we were looking to bring in 2 midfielders regardless with Gibbs, White, and Palhinha. And in terms of like if we're not going to loan Archie, then we should definitely sell 2 of them because at that point, like you're blocking his development at that point. Because like if he could come in and be a good player, I don't necessarily think he's going to be anything great. But if people are seeing things that I'm not seeing, then he should get more game time. Because we saw him at DM last season and he was shit. So if
do you think you think Gray was shit in DM? I don't think it was
horrible.
Yeah, no. I think when he played DM, because he only played there for like minimal minutes in games. It was used to be like the last 20 minutes when he come on or when someone else
played. No, he played towards the end of the season when we were resting for Frankfurt, not for Bodo Glimt and for Man United. He was playing DM like every game in the Prem.
Against who? Because I remember him only actually starting 1 or 2 games. Yeah.
I forget the teams, but I know he played against.
Remember, he's playing right back and stuff. He's playing left back. He's playing right back.
No, that was during the injury. No, once everyone came back from injury, he had hit the bench, and then when he did play, he was playing at DM. But I know he played against Liverpool, but I've forgotten the other teams. I'd have to go look them up again. But he's played at least like at least 3 or 4 games between that.
Yeah,
that
maybe 3 or 4
Frankfurt
games.
thing
Yeah.
in
But
the end.
I thought that some of his performances DM was good. Like, I thought his composure to play out from the back looked good. He was building it out. He was distributing the ball well. I think some of the problems for him is just his reading of the game and breaking it down. But I feel like it wasn't helped by him being used in so many different positions. His reading of the game was always going to be affected because, you know, sometimes it's a centre-back in game. Then he's been moved to play central defensive midfielder. It's like, where do you want me? Where do I stand? Where do I analyze? Like, the positioning didn't help. And also at the back, he just looked horrible at times. So I think he'll be used.
Archie,
I think
SSJ.
Yeah. I think Archie would definitely be used, especially from the fact that Frank's a big fan of him. Frank wanted to bring him in for 40 million at Brentford. Now, we know if he went to Brentford, he would have been playing a lot of minutes. And I don't think he would have been playing those minutes at right back because they've already had a very solid right back. So, I don't know, man. I think Archie Gray will play the number 6, but it's probably going to be, he's going to learn, ease his way into it. I don't see Frank using him at the start. And that's why we're looking at players like João Palhinha or so on, because I think we want someone to come in at the 6 and perform, and then Archie Gray coming off the bench and just see games out a lot of the times. But with the young player situation, like I said, in the midfield, that we have a lot of midfielders, a lot. And we probably do need to sell like Basuma and maybe someone else. But don't you also think that when we did have the midfield, when we had injury problems towards the end of the season, we pretty much had no midfield. So I don't think it hurts to have extra players in there, innit?
It doesn't hurt us at all. You're not wrong. The only reason I say it is because it's Spurs, and like we're not gonna. The problem is like when we had Madders and Kulu out. Like I know Bergval's not a creator really. Like he can create, but he's not a creator. It's like saying that Odebeck can play right wing. He can play there, but he's not a right winger. Like we shouldn't have to be relying on Bergval to be a creator if we're playing football. So when Maddison and Kulu out, there are actual creators. And that was really the issue there in terms of where we have quality, we don't have depth versus where we have depth, we don't have quality. So when they were both not playing, and even in the Prem, we had the fucking that three of Harama, Benson, Bissouma, and Sarr, and we were just looking at like, okay, this is bullshit. Like we saw them against, I think it was Forest. Then we saw them against Fulham as well. But it's like, yeah, the problem is literally just the quality in those areas versus the depth in other areas. And obviously when players get injured, it'll be an issue. But we're also saying that Ange Ball makes injuries even worse and for longer. And also the decision making that Ange had in terms of rushing players back was also very detrimental to some of our players. So one thing I will say is I don't think, because all these injuries, they didn't come from players injuring us. It came from fatigue. That's where it came from. It came from fatigue. And when you're tired, you just get more injuries. So unless like we get injured through like tackles and other players tackling us and we get injured, we're not going to see as many injuries as we did before.
Yeah, no, I don't think we will in it. Like to be fair, was pointed out to us before Ange joined. We chose to ignore it, and then when he was here, he caused a lot of our players to have injuries. He caused a lot of our squad to have worse injuries than it was. So we probably won't see the same issues we had last year. But I think we do have a lot of injury-prone players at that as well. So we may have the same issue, and it might not be an Ange problem because a lot of our players simply are just injury-prone, especially those at the back. But big up to Ghosted because he makes a really good point here. And if we do play double pivot, I'm not sure if we need a DM that desperately. I'm more concerned about our left wing and strikers against UEFA Champions League opposition, and that's probably right. I think the attack is probably the biggest concern when you talk about the Champions League level of competition and some of the teams that we're going to be facing, because I think we've got a lot of young left wingers, but nobody's a guaranteed starter on our left wing. On the right, we know Kudus is probably going to be playing there because that's what we saw the other day. I don't know. To be fair, I'm a bit unsure as to why Kudus won't be playing off of the other side. Well, obviously, I know he's favoured not on that side, but we need to sign somebody who came over. Yeah, I think he could play in the middle as well, but we need someone who can come over Tell and Odebert, and I think Tell and Odebert be the backup options. I'm seeing loads of people say Bomba. I think this is all regarding Isak. Mr. Udang put in exclusive. Alexander Isak tells Newcastle he wants to explore a move away from the club. Craig Hope DM. And to be fair, we were speaking about this on Saeed's show just before, and I think this probably makes sense that he doesn't want to go on the tour, and that I've heard Al Hilal are in for him as well as Liverpool are in for him. So I think he's just
If
his
Liverpool
money's
get,
lighting up.
bro, where are Liverpool getting this money from, bro? How are they signing all these man? They barely sold, and then they're looking to try and sign Isak as well. How are they doing this, bro?
Bro,
I don't get
I
this.
don't even know, man. Like, it's
How the
just
fuck?
like, bro, 400 million. They're gonna be spending up to 400 million at this point. Like, bro, where are they getting
How
the
fuck
money?
are
I know
you
they didn't
doing
spend
this?
last year, but it's. And they, look, we have another 300 million to splash without sale. This is nuts.
Nah, this is
nuts.
insane, bro. This is actually
Where's our
insane.
money, bro? Lend me a euro, please.
Hey, look,
Lend me a euro,
at this point, yeah, sign Isak as well. And I just don't want Arsenal to win a trophy, bro. As long as you man do your job, yeah, and stop them man from winning a trophy, you man can buy, and you can buy Lamine Yamal for all I care, bro. Just don't let Arsenal win a trophy,
They're
please.
going so far ahead of the other Premier League teams.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
can't
It is
compete, fam.
crazy. This is
We already can't compete with them, so just stop Arsenal, please, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to know.
Man said, don't watch man's pockets. Dean, look, you man are doing your thing. We ain't watching your pocket, innit? But I'm just saying, where's this money coming from? Where is this money coming from? Is there some backdoor Jeffrey Epstein Island you man are running up? I don't know. But I would like to know because, yeah, you didn't spend no money last year. Liverpool don't usually spend money, but now you're spending 400 million? Shit. Show us. Big up to SSJ for another super chat in the building. Could we, Jords? We can't. We're definitely not going for Isak. We're not going for Isak. And nor will Isak come to Tottenham. It's not going to happen. We saw the news got shut down straight away about Rodrygo, and Rodrygo's not even the same money as Isak. Isak's way more money than Rodrygo. He's going to be like at least another 30-40 million. It's just not going to happen.
This Newcastle might have actually played this really badly in hindsight, you know, if he actually wants to leave. They might. Because, like, we saw the same thing with Romero. When a player makes it known that he wants to leave, you don't get as much money for him. Like, Newcastle asking for like 120 on the grounds that Isak wanted to stay. So when a player wants to stay at the club and you want the player, you pay more. If it becomes a thing where he actually wants to leave, you might not even get 100 mil for him at that point, depending on how much he wants to leave and what if he's not gonna. Donnie, you're lucky I'm on stream, bro. I would have, man, you would have got gulagged. But yeah, when it comes to Isak, if he pushes the news like, yo, I'm not even gonna play for Newcastle again type shit, you better sell me. They might not get 100 mil for him, you know. They might just sell him to whoever they can get the most money for. So
it could really get real dark for them. But the thing is, I do think
man,
they'll definitely get the 100 plus because Newcastle are in a position where he could push for a move, but they will tell him, quite frankly, bro, you've got a contract here for however long. You are going nowhere. And that's probably what it will be. I think it will be a case of they're going to tell him, look, you're going nowhere, Isak. Unless we sign someone or someone's willing to pay the 150 we want, you're going nowhere. What I said, and to be fair, what I see how this could play out is to make him a bit more happy, you know, give him a bump in wage, give him a new contract, and put a release clause in that contract for 150, 160 million, and everybody's happy. As in, Isak can at least get the pay that he wants, but also, look, if somebody's willing to pay, if somebody's willing to want you, they've got to pay this fee. So you can tell your agent, tell the clubs, 150 million pound release clause, jobs are good at. Whether those teams are going to go out there and pay that, that's whether they want you enough. But I think that could probably leave all parties in a fairly happy situation if he does sign a new contract. So we got to wait and see how that plays out there. People, look, we are real close to the like goal of 75 likes. JSJ said, obviously, he's trying to push for 100 because this is a real one. He's always trying to get us up there to 100 likes and so on. But 75 likes minimum. We're like 12 away. If you're in here already, you've got 135 people in here. It shouldn't even take a second to get there. Just 10 of you people in here like the video. Make sure you show some love to Elijah. If we can get some of the mods to put his channel in the chat, and then you guys can show some love, show some support over there. You going live at 3 p.m., Elijah?
Not today, and I'll tell you why now. I'm backstage.
Yeah,
but yeah, can't.
Well, he's usually live at 3 p.m., but if not, it's a 12 a.m. thing. So make sure you guys are looking out for more content.
I'll be marathoning on Saturday though, because we got 2 games in it. So if I can watch the Wickham game on stream,
doing a marathon.
Yeah, if I can watch the Wickham game, then I'll be going live like early in the morning, and then we'll watch the Wickham game. Then we'll stay on stream. Then we'll watch the other game. So it'll be both preseason games, but I'll start from the morning and I'll I'll go live to about like 6, 7 o'clock. So we'll be live for like a cool like 7, 8 hours type shit.
That's live. That's lit. That's lit. I wish I could do that.
Fair.
I'm definitely not gonna be doing that, man. And to be fair, watching 2 Tottenham friendlies is just I'm gonna be sat there and we're like, yo, what's going on? Now, to be fair, it's actually, you know what, the one thing I will say, it's exciting at this time because we've got, you know, a new manager. So it's like a new system. You're watching it with a whole fresh set of eyes. Like you're actually learning something watching Tottenham now. We're watching Tottenham and we're watching them to see what's the difference. How's Kudus going to be used? How's Madders going to be used? Oh, how's this player coming back? What's the defensive system like? So it's actually is refreshing to see those. It is refreshing to see. I'll probably watch one of those. But my first watch alongs for actual games probably coming the preseason tour. I think the preseason tour is probably when I'm going to start doing some watch alongs. We've got Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern. We've got some good games coming up there. 4 likes away, people. Let's get to those 4 likes before we end up. And last thing, because obviously, Elijah, I know you're a massive, massive fan of I'm seeing Donna's getting bad constantly. It's dark. Now, to be fair, look, I'll be real, people. If Donna's not saying nothing mad, you don't need to ban her, innit? But if she says something mad, she gets a 1-day ban. She knows the rule by now. He knows the rule. But if he says something mad, he gets kicked out. He gets banned for the people. If he doesn't say anything mad today, then just leave him alone. He's flowing. He can listen to some Tottenham news or ask things about Tottenham. But what I was going to say, I know you're a massive fan of some of the young players that we have in our team, some of the academy players. And obviously, it's been noted that Thomas Frank is in here to develop some of our younger players. And I've heard rumors basically to say that he's a big fan of Will Lancashire, a big fan of Jamie Donnelly, and potentially Alfie Devine might be staying with the first team squad this season. Where are you at with that? How do you feel about some of these young players that are going to be a part of the first team squad? And is there any players in the academy that you think could take that step up into the Premier League?
To be honest, I'm not even. To be fair, like obviously, Alfie played, Lancashire played, and Donnelly played against Reading. And Lancashire, to be fair, I barely saw him for the whole game, innit? So, and to be fair, when he played, like the couple times he played last year, didn't impress me at all. So, yeah, Lancashire, nah, he might have to be moved on. Donnelly, okay, but he's just not at the level. I don't think there's really many academy players really at the level of really breaking into the first team. Really, I think it's just Mikey Moore. That's really it, to be honest, because he actually showed some level against Reading. So again, that's another left winger, but I think it's just Mikey Moore, to be fair. And to be fair, the younger players that we have in and around the squad already. So now Vuskovic being part of the squad, Bergvall being part of the squad. I'm not sold on Archie Gray, but apparently people see something in him. You know, bro, I'm good. Hey, that's gonna be me, bro. You already know how it was when I first stepped onto the YouTube scene, innit? Man, them hated me for the Archie takes, but they don't hate me now, innit? That's all I'll say. But yeah, in terms of the younger players we already have in and around the team, I'm fine with them already. Like, I'm not sold on Tell. Kinski's shit. Odebear, I like a couple things about him, but not completely sold on him either. But in terms of the academy itself, I don't think any of them are really at the level yet to make any type of noise in the first team, even as like a substitute.
I hear it. I think obviously they're going to need some development with obviously Thomas Frank to see what he can do with these players and see how they get on. But I did see obviously Will Lancashire for me, I think definitely a good player. I know you said that you didn't really see much of him. I know he got a goal in that game. Obviously, just flicked on with a header. And to be fair, some of the goals he has got, and from what I've seen in the youth level, he's levels above the youth. Like he's too good for youth football. If anyone's ever seen him in youth football, I remember not last season, but the year prior when Tottenham had like the under 21s, we wrapped up all the academies. Like our academy was going crazy. He was one of the main players, scoring bare goals, bagging, got player of the season, and all these things. He's too good for the academy level. I think at Premier League level, he's just struggling, or at the top level. I mean, when he played Europa League a couple last seasons, it's just getting used to the patterns of play, positions to be probably getting involved in the game. He drops in deep a lot more and a bit too much rather than just waiting in and around the box and being the fox in the box striker that we need him to be. So I actually like Will Lancashire. I think he could have a future at Tottenham.
Yes.
Just need to see a little bit more from him. Donnelly, I think, is probably the one who I'd be most willing to give a chance to this summer or this season, because he had such a strong year at Leyton Orient. And, you know, when I first saw him, I was like, I'm not too sure what position he plays. I'm seeing him in preseason last year. He was playing left back, inverted left back for Ange. And then he played Cam, and then he was playing wing. And it was just like, bro, don't really know how to use this player. But then when I saw him at Leyton Orient, you see the technical level he adds. And even in the academy, again, he was just too good for academy football. I think he might be able to make that step up. It's just finding the position on where he would actually play for Tottenham. I don't know if he's going to play in the 10, and if he does play in the 10, is he good enough to play in the 10? Because you need to be doing some mad things to play in the 10 for Tottenham. You can't just be passing the ball sideways and keeping the ball ticking. You got to make some good passes. So we're going to have to see how it plays out. But we got some good young players coming through right now, and some of them could potentially be used, but I don't think they're the ones that we could rely upon. That's the thing. We can't rely upon any of these youngsters to push us through. Mr. Udang putting in West Brom is interested in Will Lancashire for a loan move. Obviously, he went on loan there last year, but Ryan Mason's now their coach, so he's probably. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few players go to West Brom. I think if there's any destination, send them in the Championship. Send them to Ryan Mason. He'll know how to use these players, and he's familiar with them, so he'll probably get something out of them. But I wouldn't sell Lancashire. He seems to get in the right place at the right time and get goals. Defo loan him out though. He's not strong enough for a striker yet. He needs to hit the gym. Yeah, that's the thing for me. I feel like he definitely needs to hit the gym. And this is funny, you know, a lot of people were getting onto Jay when after he scored. They're like, oh, and Mr. Udang, you was one of them. It's funny because Mr. Udang, I'm pretty sure you was one of them who said, oh, why would he play any minutes? He's got like 2 goals in 15 academy games last season or something like that. Yeah, he's
Mr. Udang been saying that Jai is his guy, fam. You know what I'm saying? For the last couple of weeks, he's been saying he's his guy.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Udang. I'm pretty sure it was Mr. It might not be, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Udang was talking about. All right, so it might have not been Udang then, but someone said we're trying to flame him up for his goals per game at the academy level, and I was like, bro, if you saw him come on against Elfsborg and do what he done, or whoever the team was, he's clearly got some. Yeah, he's clearly got some level of talent to come on and run down the wing, cut in and shoot and score. He's cold though. I think he's actually good. Got 4 goals in 5 games already for Doncaster. Obviously, that's a lower level of football, and he may find his level there. But at the same time, you also see players like Romero Mundu, who we let go a few seasons ago, who's now at Sunderland and is playing Premier League football, and he's actually wanted by a few clubs. So
salute to Mundu, fam.
Yeah, man. We let a lot of these young players go. Unfortunately, Frosty Talks Football says, Jords, can you rate my thumbnail? Are you talking about your little picture? Or are you talking about your actual thumbnail? Because I can't see your thumbnail.
I guess it's talking about profile picture. I know, probably.
I think he's probably talking about profile. It looks good, bro. You know, you got a little. What is that?
It's a penguin, no?
I was gonna say it's the Twitter bird. It might be.
Is that what that is? Oh, fair. Oh, it is. Yeah.
I don't know the relevance. Oh, actual thumbnail. What have you got a thumb? How am I supposed to go see a thumbnail? Let me click here. Let me see. Let's see. Well, just fine. It's fine. We'll have a look. Why is everyone hating on this YouTube? You just got this picture of Sava. You just got a picture of Sava on your thumbnail. I'm so bad.
Gosh, bro. It's just... Even I'll rate it, bro. Rate it.
Why is everyone hitting on Sava? And it's like 27-second video.
It's just a picture of Sava.
Yeah.
I'll
be real, Frosty. If you want to actually improve your thumbnails, like just make some consistent thumbnails where they all look at least very similar. And they
just have a certain style.
Yeah, just have a certain style that you stick to. Whether that's copying similar people and looking at other people and getting inspiration, that's fine.
I think
just mix with the style.
Is he not looking at? Oh yeah. I see it now. Yeah, it's just a pause screen as well. It's just a pause screen.
I don't know. But do you know what? You can't ever fault no one's trying. I'll put it out now. Oh, you haven't even put it out. What do you mean?
Wait, what?
I'm so.
Hey, Frosty, what on, bro?
I'm baffed, Frosty. What thumbnail do you want us to look at? What thumbnail? Just send us the link to the video if you want us to look at it in the next couple of minutes before we end up, and we'll have a look and give you some honest feedback. But in the meantime, we did have a little bit of a proper bomber whilst we've been talking.
That's where the takes are ice cold, but the passion is fire. Hey, that's actually all right, you know.
What is that on his channel?
His description. Where the takes are ice cold, but the passion's fire. Say nothing, bro.
Do you know that's fine. That's
fine. Hey, that's calm. Hey, fans.
Hey, that's cold. That's cold.
Yeah,
I said it must be Mr. Udang. It's Donna in disguise. Is it Donna? No, must be Mr. Uday.
Hey, I said chat GPT. Hey, nah, Judd, you're violated, bro. You're violated.
I can't lie. I was gonna say that, but
you know what it is, yeah? It's the emojis, fam. He's got the fire emoji. That's why I look at ChatGPT, bro. It's because of that.
That's a Chat GPT. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hear it though, man. If you can't make it, you gotta go to Chat GPT. They make it for you.
You gotta change it though. It still says Angeball though, Frosty. You gotta change it, fam. We ain't got Angeball no more.
Yeah, for real. We definitely don't have no Angeball, bro. Have you sent the link to the video yet? You definitely haven't sent the link. I don't think that's done.
Apparently, it's not even out, bro. How can we rate a thumbnail of a video that's not out yet?
Yeah, I'm so baffed. I'm generally so baffed. Well, look, bro. Maybe on the next live stream, when the video is actually uploaded, send us the link, and I'll have a look at the thumbnail and I'll give you some honest feedback. But let me see. Let me see who's live. Let's send you guys over to someone. Let's see who's live. Who can we raid up to? Who's live? We will send you over to to be fair, there's nobody.
There's no one really live, and
no, nobody really live.
Okay,
Views. I'm gonna send you over to Views, man. Views, my guy.
You gonna be on any more streams today?
Don't know, you know. I don't know if I've got any more streams.
Fairs.
I actually don't know if I've got any more streams today. Well, you know what it's like though, man. You could just be sat down around a day and someone shouts to you like, "Yo, jump on the stream." That's pretty much the stream of the day. I've got a video coming out in like 15 minutes as well, so I'll probably maybe do a pre-record or something like that on Isak stuff. We'll see. We'll see.
Have you hit 3K? He was on like 2.99.
Was I? When I started the stream, I was like 2.97. So
bro, you're less than 10 subs away, fam. These men are violating, bro. Hey, your people, hit the sub button, bro. Like let's try.
How about we're not ending the stream till I get to 3K?
We need to get 3K. How many subs is it? How many subs is it actually?
In the studio,
2.99, bro. There's less than 10 people need to hit the sub button. Come on, fam. Hey, just get my broski to 3K in it. You know what I'm saying?
7 subs. We need
7 people.
Subs, people.
7 people, man. Come on, hit the sub button, fam. You know what I'm saying?
The chat. To be fair, everyone in the chat subscribes because subscribe only mode. But 7 people.
No, they're just watching. They're just watching.
Yeah, they're just watching. You can't even chat. 7 people watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. We're 3K. We're hitting our goal finally. You know, if you don't do it now, you can do it after the video because it's gonna take you. You can just tap the little subscribe. Donna, at least you can make 7 accounts. Donna already has 7 accounts subscribed because she's been in the 17, chat with every single one, but she had about 15 accounts.
I saw a Scarlett Johansson channel, bro. I knew it. Yeah, at this point, she's got a channel for every celebrity. She got a channel for every OnlyFans model. She got a channel for every YouTuber.
It's over. Got everyone like the subscribe. She's supporting all the YouTubers, so I really can't say that. Like she's got subscribers, 15 accounts to subscribe to everyone. She's helping all the man them. 4 away now. Look, the little refresh. Just 4 more subscribers.
Really, come on. We just need 4 people for that big 3K, man. Come on.
Big 3K. We've been chasing this one for a while. I can't lie. We've been chasing this one. I say a while. This has probably been a small one. But Connor Povey, what are we watching? EX Jords, watch tomorrow, teach.
No chance, bro. No chance, bro. Hey, Jules will never watch it, bro.
That's for some of E's late night. Yeah.
That's for E and J reacts in it. That's for me and Jay.
Yeah, E and J. You can see the other J react to that one. That stuff on tomorrow is mad.
It's crazy, a lie. It's fucking insane.
When I tuned into that one stream, and I was sitting there. I was like, wait, did I hear what I thought I heard?
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Jords, they got like 300k subs, bro. They're making bang, bro.
No, they're funny, innit? They're funny, but it's just
it's fucking stupid.
It's that dark humor, and it's proper like the things that were coming out. I was like, nah, this is madness. It's actually
madness, bro.
All right, I think we might.
Hey, is that 3K right there, bro? I see it.
999. Does it say 3K?
I see it, bro. Refresh your thing, bro. Refresh it.
Refresh. Are we on a 3K? We're on a 3K. Hey!
Let's go.
I definitely need a soundboard at 3K. It would have done the clap in the hands. That's quick.
Nah, you gotta save it for 5K in it, and then there's 5K you gotta save that for, innit?
Well, I'm definitely not gonna be shaving my head like Alfie. I can tell you that. I ain't gonna be shaving my head for no 400 sub goal. Yeah, I'm not gonna be shaving my.
Hey, no, don't worry. He's good. Hey, you said he belly danced for
He
1K,
didn't shave
bro.
his head for the 400K, right? 400 subs, right?
He did. He just didn't go bold. He got like a buzz cut. He actually did it.
Bro, what do you mean?
For one, he said for 1K he's gonna belly dance on stream, bro. I don't know. I literally. It's if you man ain't watched the Alfie video,
OnlyFans model at this point because he's selling himself out for a couple views, bruv.
Because I literally said like, bro, I was trying to see like to what level would he actually do come. Like, if you're gonna shave a head for that little amount of subs in it, bro, at that point, like for 1K, you're gonna be out here belly dancing or some shit. He said, "All right, cool, I'll do it."
Big up to Ghosted, man. All right, nah, he's actually
what?
He's gone mad. Like he's actually gone mad, bro.
He's Arsenal man, bro. That man don't think, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're too used to the Arteta shit. You know what I'm saying? Meat and mouth business.
3K, where the Durag reverse on that, yeah. I don't mean I can. Let's see. Look, can we reverse the Durag?
Hey, you're looking like the actual Durag, man. You're looking like Durag. From Serious Sports News, bro. You're looking like Durag.
I'm actually looking like Dr. Durag right now. It's crap. Durag, man. Dr. Durag. It's out. I make a post. All right, Frosty. We'll quickly look. Big up to you, Frosty. Man. We'll have a look.
Salute.
See your channel.
Frosty Talks Football. I want to see it as well.
Post. Said you put a post like 2 minutes ago. Okay, I'll be real, Frosty. I'm gonna share the screen in it so everyone can see, and we can get.
What in the AI is this, bro?
I was about to say the same thing.
What word is this?
We're gonna tell you because we actually look. We actually.
Hey, that Gibbs White. Look at that Gibbs.
We wouldn't lie to you.
Look at that.
I don't know who these players are, but for one, Sonny looks like he's been chefed in his mouth. And
that's not Palhinha. That's Paul, fam.
Sonny in his mouth. That's defo not Gibbs White. That looks like fucking. That's just not Gibbs White. Like
that's Gibbs
Romero.
Black, fam. That's
like Yoel Romero from UFC bare knuckles thing, bro. That's not Gibbs White. This Romero, he looks white, bro. Why is his nose like? Why is his face so?
That's just Chris, fam. It's not even Cootie. That's just.
And I just see. Did man sell breaking wrong?
Breaking Ian, bro. Hey, Frosty.
How the fuck can ChatGPT spell wrong, bro? What's going on?
Frosty? Hey, Frosty. Hey, you gotta take this one back to the drawing board. You got your banner on there twice as well, bro.
Look,
bro,
Frosty, I'll tell you this.
Hey,
put that one in the bag. Yeah, put the fries in the bag. Put that one back. Put that one in the bin. Back to drawing board. What you need to do is, for one, download Canva. Yeah, photo editing app. Make this all yourself. Because for one, this isn't hard. They've just put a background, put 4 players in the background, in front of the background. They put a logo in the corner, and then you just wrote it on top of it. It's really not that hard, people. It's really not that hard to make. You can watch a YouTube video to help
make them a lot similar. Make them a lot simpler as well. Like all of this is not. It's not needed.
It's not needed. You can generally just put Tottenham new targets, Tottenham breaking news, Tottenham targets confirmed, and then you could put a picture of Palhinha and whatever. But it's definitely overcomplicated this with this orange background. I don't think all this orange background doesn't help as well. It takes away from, you want people to look at the players.
It looks too gloomy.
Yeah, it's gloomy. Too much going on. The players are all orange as well, so they're blending in with the background rather than standing out. And yeah, that's not Romero, fam. So that's Renan Barral, bro. That literally is Renan Barral, fam. That is not Romero, fam. Like,
hey,
I actually can't, bro. That looks nothing like Romero.
It looks like a mix of Romero and Solomon, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is. That's not Romero.
Hey, nah, ChatGPT ain't your friend, bro. I'll tell you, hey, Frosty, ChatGPT is not your friend, bro.
And this Gibbs White, like, bro, this Gibbs White looks so dodgy. He looks so dodgy.
Mexican Romero. Is he part of the cartel, bro? That's a cartel.
The hairline on Son. Don't kill me.
Always, he's got bangs, fam. What?
Lavo
He's got one
bangs on
bag.
the side.
He's got one bag.
Big time players.
Hey,
breaking EM
Frosty, good
target.
luck on the channel, fam. But you trust me, you ain't gotta do it this, man. Keep it as simple as possible, especially when you're first starting out. And then if you're able to grow the channel, then you start scaling it a bit. But you ain't got, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got.
Yeah, man. Just get back
be
to the
listening.
drawing board. Try be a bit more original, bro. The Chat GPT one's it's not the one, bro.
Yeah, man.
Generally, just not the one. I would.
But good luck on the channel, man. 100%.
But yeah, man. Good luck. If you ever want us to review your thumbnails again, just send them in the stream. Maybe we will if we got the time. But people, look, that's gonna be it for the stream. Big up. I can't even say it again, and I can't say I'm appreciated enough. 3K, big goals. Went from 2K to 3K before the season even started. So you guys know what it is. The goal to 5K is before the end of the year. We got to get to 5K now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's the road now. Road to 5K is really commenced. Big up to everyone that's helped me get to that goal. Big up to all the members, all the delinquents, the descendants, all the people that's in here every single stream. For likes wise, we also hit the goal of 75 likes. So big up to everyone that helped us do that. Make sure you subscribe to E. You know, in the channel's in the description now as well. It's also been in the chat. But go to the description and see E's channel. Too much of E at Elijah Tosi. Yeah, man, just look out for streams for the man. Them tap post notification bell to stay up to date with everything.
SNN coming out at 6 as well. 6 p.m. SNN coming out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see me take shots at this guy as well, you know what I'm saying? SNN at 6 o'clock, fam. You know what I'm saying?
People look out for that. 6 p.m. SNN. The beef may continue, Jay. It may continue. So look out for that. And yeah, man, until next time, people, drop a DRD raid in views chat. Let them know where you come over. But apart from that, yeah, people, we'll be back tomorrow morning unless something mad drops tonight. But we'll be back. Peace out.